Think about when you just first found out that you were expecting a baby. Your mind rapidly started thinking about sex, names, baby clothing, sleepless nights, diapers, baby smell, and many other joys that comes with it. 40 weeks seemed like a very long journey that lay ahead. Now that you have your baby in your arms, everything is about making choices. Clothes, diapers or disposables, formula or breastfeeding. A list that seems endless. One of the many choices you'll have to face is co-sleeping. If you haven't heard about co-sleeping, it is also known as bed sharing, and is the practice of having your infant with you in bed during your sleep. Why co-sleeping or not is such an important issue. As future parents or parents, we want to offer our children the best quality life we can offer them, and this is why many find it hard to decide for the baby to sleep with us or not. I personally use this practice with my oldest daughter. She slept with us in the same room in her own crib for 2 years. When we finally moved her to her own room, she would come to our bed in the middle of the night when she realized she was by herself. And I was then aware that she had a special need to be with us, because when we were sleeping together in the same bed this time, I noticed that she would look for me, touching me with her hand, just to make sure that I was there for her, and that I was next, I was close by. But according to promoters, co-sleeping provides a strong emotional bond with parents during childhood. Retractors consider that it's harmful for the baby because it can exist risks of suffocation or death of the infant. But let's find out what the experts say about this practice. This way of sleeping is very usual in many non-Western cultures. The human race, since those who lived in caves had practiced co-sleeping. It is only in the last 150 years that with the arrival of houses with several rooms, the babies were separated to sleep away from the parents. And many of us, they dreamed about how to decorate their baby's room, and we looked through magazines and online for the best cribs on the market. But culturally, we don't accept to wear the idea of having our infant with us while we sleep. But promoters say that co-sleeping helps to respond quickly to the needs of the child, and it also strengthens the emotional bond between parents and child. They say that co-sleeping is a precursor to the development of a secure and independent human being with good behavior, independence, and good and healthy relationships. It promotes more self-esteem, more self-control, self-confidence, stress tolerance, and a higher degree of optimism and happiness. It shows that when the baby sleeps with his mother, he reaches a calmer and deeper sleep and breastfeed more than babies who sleep apart. It can prevent infant death. At the same time, we help the child to follow proper evolutions of sleep, reducing anxiety level. Mothers nurse their babies at night, almost without waking. The proximity to the mother encourages breastfeeding, and the practice of co-sleeping not only is to provide more breast milk, which is ideal for the physiological protection, but also for enhancing their mental development. And babies are protected if they have any difficulty, like if they vomit or have a cold. Parents are close to them to assist them. And breastfeeding protects against SIDS because frequent night nursing avoids hypoglycemia, having the mother be more attentive. And according to the Co-Sleeping Organization, and I quote, it says, infants and children sleeping in isolation is a recently devised cultural practice to which the human species are now adapted. Our young thrive and grow optimally when they feel safe, in close proximity to familiar, nurturing caregivers, especially during sleep when they are most vulnerable. retractors. They say that it can be dangerous, and many insist of the possibilities of drowning or crushing the baby while sleeping. It also noted that the relationship with the partner is complicated by not having privacy, and it actually increased the incidence of SIDS, but only under certain circumstances, like if the mother is a smoker or used to smoke during the pregnancy, if parents use alcohol or drugs, and co-sleeping, if co-sleeping occurs under very crowded conditions. And as the baby grows, it becomes kind of uncomfortable for parents because babies start to kick, they have sudden movements, heavy breathing, and also parents consider that it's not very hygienic to share a bed with a baby. But the authorities of New Zealand officially recommended that, at least during the first year of life, children sleeping with their parents in their parents' room, even in their own crib, show a clear reduction of SIDS regarding co-sleeping. The highest rates of SIDS death occurs in the United States. 2 in 1,000 live births almost every hour. The United States is one of the Western countries where there is more cultural rejection to the practice of co-sleeping. But the anthropologist James McKenna of the University of Indiana, he realized 2 studies in 1997, and he controlled through laboratory monitors the dream of mothers who slept with their babies. And it was established to the differences between the solitary sleeping babies and those who slept accompanied. So brain waves, eyes movements, chin, the muscle tone, breathing, heart rate were recorded by an infrared camera, and the results were astonishing because they showed the mother and baby, when they sleep together, they are synchronized, and breathing movements affect each other. And babies can experience bout of apnea that can last up to 15 seconds. But if the automatic mechanism of breathing is not triggered, the child wakes up and restarts his breath without any problem. And this is easy if you are in a period of light sleep. And this is why babies do not sleep profoundly like adults do, and because they need to be alert to stay alive. So for co-sleeping to be really beneficial, it should be performed naturally and in agreement with both parents. For co-sleeping, co-sleeping should not stand over 5 or 6 years of the child, according to various professionals. But if this practice doesn't convince you, you can always turn something in between, as sharing the same room with the baby in his own crib. It is a very personal issue, but if you decide to practice it, it must be for the right reasons. Parenting doesn't come with a manual, but many along the way get to manage well the new adventure. Life is about making choices, and choosing being a good parent maybe was already thought beforehand, but as you hold your baby to put it to sleep, you're more reinforced about giving that child of yours the best you can offer and the best the world has to offer. This roller coaster called parenthood is not an easy task, and this is why knowing all your options and what best fits you and your child is so essential. Co-sleeping is one of the easiest ways to give your children a healthy start in life, and good luck with your parenthood calling.